Okay, which graph shows the voltage output against time for a simple AC generator? Okay, this is for not for an AC generator, because an AC generator will develop its voltage and then it will reach to a peak and then it will change to the opposite direction. Okay, so sawtooth voltage is not also possible. This kind of voltages where it's only positive are not also possible for a simple AC generator. So for a simple AC generator we will have a sinusoidal wave kind of wave. Okay, a charger for a mobile phone uses a transformer which steps the voltage down from 230 to 5 volts. So in this case, the primary coil is 200 2500 turns, and the secondary coil we need to find out. So NP by NS will be equals to VP by VS, and VP over here, primary voltage will be 230 and the primary secondary voltage will be 5, which will be equals to the primary coil divided by the secondary coil. Over here, if we find out NS, so that's 2500 multiplied 5 divided by 230. How much is that? Let's work it out. Okay, it's 54 point something. Okay, 54 point something. So 54 point something. The closest answer is 54B, so we can give the answer to B. A commutator is connected to the coil of a DC motor. The commutator rotates and connects the coil to the power supply. Once every half turn, the current in the coil reverses. Okay, so what is the name of the commutator and what is the orientation of the plane of the coil as the current reverses? The commutator, as we can see that this is commutator, and we have got brushes and we have got an insulator in between. So this is a split ring commutator. Okay, it's a split ring commutator, and so these two options are available. Split ring. Now we need to see parallel to the magnetic field and perpendicular to the magnetic field. Which one is the correct option? It can never be a parallel to the magnetic field. It can always be perpendicular to the magnetic field orientation. Okay. Okay. uh 34. A girl makes a simple transformer to illuminate a low voltage lamp. The transformer is shown. What is the material of the rod and what is the type of power supply? Okay, the material of the rod is definitely not plastic. It can be iron, and it has to be an AC power supply. Okay, for a transformer to work, we need to have the primary coil or the primary supply voltage to be to have an AC supply. Okay, 35. Which particles are in the nucleus of a large atom? Now, any atom, be it a large or be it like a small one, we will have two options. We will have protons and neutrons. Okay, we'll have protons and neutrons. So protons and neutrons, this one is the correct answer. All of them we don't need to see, even look at even those are wrong. 36. Alpha particles, beta particles are emitted during radioactive decay. Which particle has the weaker ionizing effect and which has the weaker penetrating power? Okay, so according to weaker ionizing effect, in this case, we can see that weaker will be beta. Like if we compare it with alpha, then it will be beta. And penetrating wise, weaker penetration, alpha will have weaker penetration than beta. So the correct option is C. Okay, a beam of beta particles passes into a magnetic field into an electric field. Which number shows the path of the beam through the fields? Okay, for this kind of question we need to use Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, where we can have three forces, three different fingers to represent three different parameters. So the thumb one, it defines force. The index finger, it determines the magnetic field. And the second finger, or the middle finger, I mean, it means like the direction of the current direction. Okay, so in this case, the force is downwards if we point our hand, left hand, according to north to south, and beta particles will have an opposite kind of current flow, current direction, because beta is an electron. So electron flows opposite to the conventional current flow. So we will have our current outwards. Okay, and as a result our force will be downwards. All right, north to south, like this is the arrow. Follow all the arrows and then you'll see. Okay, into the electric field. So what happens in the electric field? We now know about the magnetic field. Now what happens in the electric field is that beta particles, they will move towards the positive. Okay, they will move towards the positive. So altogether we can say that for this one, this is 1, and okay, which number shows the path of the beam through the fields? For this question, we can see that the force is downwards, so it represents number 3, and over here the force is upwards, so it represents number 6. So 3 and 6, D is the correct option. Alright, question number 38. The isotope radon 222 has a half-life of 3.8 days. Which statement about the sample containing 1 milligram of radon 222 is correct? After 1.9 days, there is zero point 0.5 milligram of radon left. Okay, that is incorrect, because after 1.9 days we cannot have 0.5 milligram. Okay, we can have 0.5 milligram after 3.8 days, half of it. Okay, if you divide it by 2, then we will get 0.5 milligrams, and that will be after 3.8 days. So this could be an option. Its half-life is the half that of a 2-gram sample. No, there is no radon 222 left after 7.6 days. So this is incorrect, because after 7.6 days it will have 0.25 milligrams, and after that it will have 0.0125, and it will go on like this forever. Okay, so B is our greatest, I mean the best option. What is the first stage in the life cycle of stars? The first stage, okay, the first stage cannot be the black hole. This is the last stage. Cloud of gas and dust could be a possibility. Red supergiant, it is like I mean close to the last stages. All right, a supernova is I mean, yes, very close to the last stages. So as a result, a cloud of gas and dust is your perfect answer. What is the definition of redshift? Now the definition of redshift says that the increase in observed frequency of light from galaxies that are moving away from the earth. Increase in observed frequency, so it doesn't talk about the frequency, but rather it talks about the wavelength. So we've got a wavelength over here, the increase in observed wavelength of light from galaxies that are moving away. So yeah, this could be an option. The light emitted by distant galaxies, that is blue. Blue could not be an answer. The light reaching the earth, that is red when it is emitted by distant galaxies. So the correct option could be B. This is also incorrect. Okay, so altogether we have completed this paper, and this paper has been completed within 1 hour. Okay, so thank you for watching the solution.